It's about time we have to commend a group of bipartisan senators for actually doing their job, announcing earlier today they are going to investigate the former Obama Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, for potentially influencing the investigation, obstructing justice as it relates to Hillary Clinton's email server. Now, there are several questions that you, the American people, deserve answers to when it comes to Loretta Lynch. First, we know, remember, last summer, Lynch met on a tarmac with Bill Clinton for about 40 minutes, just days before the former FBI Director James Comey announced that he was giving Hillary Clinton a free pass, despite the fact that Comey said she was extremely careless with the handling of government information. Reckless disregard, extremely careless. Well, the legal term is gross negligence. It's the same thing. And by the way, number two, James Comey revealed while testifying before Congress, Loretta Lynch very well may have obstructed justice by telling him to call the investigation into Hillary Clinton a matter, which was Hillary Clinton's own campaign way of referring to the investigation. Lynch needs now to be put under oath. She has a lot of explaining to do to you, the American people. And we also know this. Now, by the way, if you need to know if Lynch was acting on her own, we need to know if she was given instructions from others in the Obama administration. This is a massive story. Jay Sekulow will be here tonight with reaction. We promise you we will follow this story closely. And don't forget Sarah Carter's report and John Solomon's report that they said Comey confronted her, Loretta Lynch, with information that maybe she had already decided never to bring an indictment against Hillary, regardless of what the evidence was able to show. Also tonight, story two, very important. Hollywood's deep, visceral hatred towards President Trump continues now to be on full display. The viciousness and disturbing threats coming from the leftists knows no bounds. Actor Johnny Depp is the only latest to make threatening comments about the president, with this disgusting comment about assassinating the president of the United States of America. Take a look.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president? I want to clarify, I'm not an actor. I lie for a living. However, it's been a while, and maybe it's time.
Now, after facing intense backlash, Depp, well, he issued a half-ass apology, telling People magazine, quote, "Well, I apologize for the bad joke I attempted last night in poor taste about President Trump. It did not come out as I intended, and I intended no malice." Really? Assassination, no malice at all? Now, I was only trying to amuse, he said, not harm anyone. All right, the Secret Service is now saying it is aware of Depp's disturbing comments, but is declining to mention if, in fact, there will be an investigation into Johnny Depp. You know what? Enough is enough with this crap, this nonsense. The left's viciousness is now completely and totally and utterly out of control. There needs to be a very serious effort to thoroughly, completely investigate any person in this country that makes terroristic-like threats to the president. We must prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. Look, if you watch this show, you know I'm a champion of the First Amendment, freedom of speech. There's got to be some line when it comes to threatening the life of our president. And let me remind the left that just last week, Republicans were targeted by a radical left-wing ideologue in what was an assassination attempt. Steve Scalise was fighting for his life. And as I said then, we can only hold the person who commits crimes responsible for their actions, but we shouldn't be encouraging what is political violence. And by the way, Johnny Depp, he should stop attacking the president, maybe focus on his own problems, since he has more than, enough to go around. And what's so deeply disturbing about Depp's threat is that it's only one example of this intense, violent, vitriol, out of control anger coming from the left. For example, we have new audio tonight of how a fired Nebraska Democratic official saying that he was glad that Congressman Steve Scalise was shot, hoping he'd die. Listen to this.
No, this like his whole job is like to get people, convince Republicans to kick people off health.
Okay,
we know all of
I hate
this.
this. I'm glad he got shot.
We've laid in our.
I'm glad he got shot.
So then
Dude,
I'm not gonna say that in public.
You don't.
Oh, and by the way, over at the Black Helicopter, tinfoil hat, conspiracy theory, news networks, NBC, political analyst, a former friend of the program, I'm actually shocked she made these comments, made this comment about the president by comparing him to a suicide bomber. Elise, really?
It's a sad day when you cannot depend on the president's word. And my advice would just be to Republicans who do cozy up to him, it's just like hugging a suicide bomber.